afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Your Clarington Flames have just hit the ice. As today they will be taking on the Whitby Wolves, who they were able to defeat last week 3-2, handing the Whitby Wolves the first loss of these provincial playdowns. I'm just going to go off the mic as your team gets warmed up. We do have Kinley Tour starting in net today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the whistle is gone to end this warm-up. So Clarington Flames will be looking to bounce back after a one-sided game yesterday for the Durham West Lightning over the Clarington Flames. Clarington Flames need this win if they're going to maintain that positioning in their provincial playdowns. Both teams now coming to center. Looks like we do have our captain's group starting this game with Sarah DeYoung, Luxton, we have Rowan, and on defense we have Leon Hinthorn starting this game. Whitby getting their bench riled up. And here we go to start the first period. Clarington, that's Luxton, going to bring the puck in deep. She's checked off that puck. It's going to come around to the near side. Luxton gets it into Rowan, and Rowan's going to score. And the Clarington Flames take an early 1-0 lead. That's the start that the Clarington Flames needed to get out to that early 1-0 lead and get these Whitby Wolves back on their heels. Let's see if these Flames can keep that pressure going. And the Whitby Wolves, they cycle back. Clarington picks up that puck. They get into the Luxton in the high slot. She tries to get through the Wolves, and they break up that play, and they fire it down the length of the ice. Again, that's normally a sign of a frustrated team when they start firing the puck down the length of the ice. But the Wolves do win the race to that puck. Clarington now fires that puck down the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Battle for it at the line. It comes out. Coulter's going to come back. She's going to pick it up. Play it off the far boards. That bounces off the boards and in. And that's Strand giving chase. But Whitby able to move it out of the zone. Comes back again to Coulter. She goes D to D. They move it up through the middle. Caught the players just going the wrong direction. So now Whitby. Oh, Whitby coughs up that puck to Preston. Preston lost the puck in her feet. So now Lee back with it. Gets it to Patfield. Offside for Whitby. So gives Clarington a chance to get that puck up. They just bank it off the boards and out. Whitby going D to D on the far side. They move it up through the middle. This Whitby team's a nice passing team. So look for those Clarington Flames to break up some of those passing plays. That puck's just going to trickle wide of the net. Patfield gets a hold of that puck. She dumps it down deep. Redding's going to bring that puck out of the corner. She puts it back for Preston, and Preston puts that puck straight on the goalie. Face off on the far side. Whitby with an extra player on the ice. Center wasn't kicked out of the face-off. DeYoung with it down in the corner. Tries to cycle it back to the D. They get it down for Rowan. Comes back to the point to Hanthorn. She puts that in on the net. Goes just wide. DeYoung with it down low. She puts it in the corner for Rowan. Bounces just over her stick, and the Wildcats put it at the far side. Hanthorn pinches down. Gets it in the corner to Luxton. Luxton trying to dance out of the corner, but she's done that move one too many times, and the Whitby players close up their feet. There's a shot by DeYoung straight on. Luxton gets the second shot. That goes just over the net. Puck's going to come down. Coulter pinches in, trying to keep that puck in. Luxton gets it at the line. Her feet aren't moving, so Whitby able to catch up to her and strip that puck away. Whitby hits center. 1-on-2 Clarington Flames back. So bad angle shot coming out of the corner, and Kinley Tour's going to hang on. 11:40 left to go in the first period. 1-0 for your Clarington Flames. They come out to a hot start, and they need to maintain that pressure. Back to the point for Whitby. They dump it down in. Whitby puts it across in front. Nobody there, so Kinley Tour's going to hang on. False start by Clarington, so the center is going to get tossed. Whitby wins that face-off. They move it down to the point, down into the corner. Down low, Wood goes for it. She chips it up the far side. Gets to the D, but not out. That bouncing puck is going to bounce in past Kinley Tour, and it's now a 1-1 hockey game. Bouncing puck from the point on net, and it somehow gets through. So Whitby on a lucky bounce gets themselves back into this game. Let's see how the Flames come back from this. Face-off won by Whitby. There's a big slap shot. Lee does a great job of standing tall and blocking that shot. Puck comes back to the point again. Long slap shot. Tour makes a great pad save. Steers that into the corner. Puck moved ahead for Patfield. She had a good head of steam coming in. That's going to be blown down on the offside as Patfield's feet, she was flying on that zone entry and just got a little too far ahead of the puck. Face off, controlled by the Flames. They're going to dump it into the Whitby zone. Not deep enough though, so Whitby, they're going to try their transition to get out. Luxton comes back to Coulter. Whitby able to chip it out of the zone. Wood does a great job covering up, trying to put that ahead. Play on the far side. Over to Luxton. She tries that drag move again, but Whitby's all over it. They're going to take that puck and they're going to fire it down the length of the ice. In the previous matchup between these two teams, Luxton beat Whitby twice with that toe drag. So I think they're onto it. She's going to have to dig deeper into her game and find a different move to get by these Whitby Wildcats. They're onto it and they're starting to close their feet down and not give her that opening to drag that puck through. Whitby brings it up far side. Puck locked up against the far boards. Whitby's going to come out with it. They're going to cycle up the near side. Whitby with a head of steam enters the zone on the far side to move it across. She had a player in front, but unable to get their stick on it. Battle for it down on the far side. Whitby wins that foot race to the puck. Puck sitting high in the slot. And I think we have a delayed penalty coming against Whitby for head contact. So we'll see if it's a 2 or a 4. Either way, faceoff's going to come all the way down the length of the ice. Just waiting to see again if it's a 2 or a 4. And 2 minutes going on the clock, so incidental head contact. And Whitby just fires that puck down the length of the ice. Coulter's in a foot race for it. Tour's going to put it back behind the net. Coulter stops up. Lost control of the puck. And her partner, Hanthorn, fires that puck down the length of the ice. Face off, controlled by the Wolves. They cycle down in. She's just going to pin it on the boards, trying to tie up some time on the penalty. Preston was trying to get to that puck, but she couldn't quite get to it. Trickles in on net. Hanthorn's going to bring that around the far near side. She puts it off the boards for Luxton. Luxton can't get it. And Whitby fires it back down into the zone. Coulter clears the player out in front. Clarington gets that puck down. They're going to be delayed offside. So Whitby fires that puck down the length of the ice. Hanthorn grabs it just as Whitby's making a change. She was trying to hit a lead player. Luxton knocks that puck down. She's going to bring it in the zone. Whitby going to strip that puck off her again. Wood tries the toe drag move. She's forced to turn back into her own zone. Gets it across to Mahoney. Mahoney gets it up to Luxton. Luxton gets a little bit of room. She's got 4 Lightning players on her. She's got 1 player out front. Shot out of the corner. That's steered aside by the Wolves goalie. Battle for it on the far side. Move it over to Wood. Wood's got it at the point. She gets it over to Mahoney. Mahoney takes that shot, goes off the shin pad, and team's back now at even strength. Whitby gets it out to center. Wood's going to retreat with it. Moves it ahead for Beetham. Beetham can't get it, and Whitby fires that puck down the length of the ice. Referee's arm was going up on that call, but then he dropped his arm back down again. Battle for it in front of the net, and that play will get blown down. Referee wanted to call the tripping penalty there and flinched with his arm, but ended up not calling it. 6:46 to go in the first period. 1-1 tie. A lot of replacement out in the neutral zone now, so teams seem to be pretty evenly matched here in the first period. Whitby wins that race to the puck. Brusado trying to make a move to come out of his zone, loses it, comes back to Hanthorn. Hanthorn moves that puck up through the middle, but Whitby grabs it. And the long stretch pass just out of reach. Coulter's going to come back for it. She's looking. She's got a bit of room. She's going to take off with it. She's going to bring it into the zone. She guards it on the far side and dumps it down into the corner. Waiting for the Clarington forwards to get down in there. Patfield with a head of steam. She's going to come in for it. Wood pinches down the far side. Comes back out to Coulter. She takes it at center. She was looking to the near side for Patfield, and that pass just out of her reach. Patfield, though, keeps digging along the boards. And now Preston fires that puck down into the Whitby zone. There's a long shot from the point. That shot came off from Wood, as Wood was looking to make a change as she was out there for, her and Coulter were out there for a good lengthy shift. Whitby brings that puck around the near side. They get it to the line, but not out. That's going to be blown down on the offside. Ridding makes the curl to come in, but Preston was still inside the zone. Clarington's going to change up their forwards now. Battle for it at the face-off dot. Whitby's going to gain control of it and come out with it. They're going to gain the Clarington zone. They're going to let that shot go through. That goes high and wide over the net. Battle down in the corner. Whitby's going to come out with it. They're going to get to that high slot, but poked away. Luxton plays it ahead for DeYoung, and DeYoung's going to play that puck down the length of the ice. Whitby wins that race to the puck again. Clarington, if they're going to do that dump and chase game, they got to remember the chase part and start winning some of those races to the puck. They dump the puck down. Battle on the near side. Coulter knocks her player away, but there's another Lightning player there. That shot goes far and wide. Dump back into the Clarington zone. Coulter, she's going to cycle back with it. She stops short. She sees her winger just out of the reach of Brusado. And Tour's going to hang on again. Clarington starting to move that puck around a little more, but some of the forwards with their feet standing still, they're not getting to that puck. Those lead passes, they got to be chasing those pucks down. So if you watch the Whitby Wolves, that's an area where they lead that pass and that player catches up to the puck with speed. Wolves dump it down in. Good puck battle here along the boards. Whitby, though, they're going to bring it out of the corner. That shot on net, and Tour's going to hang on once again. Face-off's going to be on the near side to the right of the Clarington net. Face-off won by the Wolves. Wood now, she fires that around the far side for Ridding. Ridding gets there and chips it ahead, but doesn't get it out of the zone, gets it to the defense. So now there's a long, hard shot from the Wolves, and Tour's going to hang on. Whitby. Clarington won the face-off, but Whitby won the foot race for that puck and slid it through the crease very dangerously. Now there's a shot on net. Tour steers that aside. That pass ahead for Luxton. She's going to gain the zone. She's going to chip it down in. Whitby now, they're going to bring it out the length of the ice. She's going to stop short. Two nice moves. She gets in tight, but a puck trickles in behind the net. So now Hanthorn, she's going to pick it up. She kicks it ahead for DeYoung. DeYoung in a battle on the board. She gets that puck out. It squirts loose. It comes out to Luxton. She moves wide. She's going to take the shot. She's going to score. She's going to make it a 2-1 game. So instead of slipping it through their feet, she dangles that outside, and that opened up the right side of the net for her to get that shot off. So Luxton did dip into the extra bag of tricks. And with a different move, she's able to beat those Durham West Lightning defense and get that shot off. And now it is a 2-1 hockey game for the Flames. Flames don't get as many chances as the Wolves, but when they do, they're capitalizing on them. There's a race for it down into the corner. Coulter comes out with it. Another Wolves player cuts her off, so she brings up the near side. Up to Basato. Basato steered it back down in. Coulter puts it up for Basato again. Can't get it there. Basato gets checked off the puck. Beethan trying to streak through. Coulter with it again. She's going to move that puck up ahead and get out of the zone. Wolves, though, they come over. Coulter, she's going to battle down in the corner. The Wolves trying to come out. That pass across is blocked by Beetham. And that puck's going to squirt ahead for Basato. She's got some room. She got anybody going with her. She loses the handle on that puck, and the Wolves are going to bring it back the other way. Cross ice pass. Preston, she's given chase. And that long shot in on net. Just over a minute to go in the first period. And the Wolves, they're starting to buzz down low. Preston just chips that puck out to the corner, but puts it right to the Wolves, and they're going to step out of the corner. They're forced back behind the net. So the Wolves love this down low triangle formation. If we can get you a shot of it, we'll show it to you. But they put two below the goal line and one in the high slot, and they look to just move that puck out. Sorry, folks, that's my phone in the way. Whitby gets it across, high slot. There's a shot that goes to her, steers wide. Battle along the near side. We had a delayed penalty coming. Didn't quite catch what happened in the corners. Were blocked out. Patfield is getting up off the ice, so I think we have a penalty coming against Whitby. So there's 11 seconds to go in this period, folks. Our time clock didn't stop, so it kept running. So I do apologize, but Flames on the power play. Gets back to Hanthorn. She dumps it down into the corner. 5 seconds to go in the period. Cycles back to Coulter. She's got the room. There's a big shot from the slot. And there's the buzzer to end the first period. Clarington Flames up 2-1. They do try to get that puck back to the point for the slap shot. And that goes just wide. Well, from an energy perspective, that was a much better first period for the Clarington Flames than what they had last night. And it shows on the scoreboard, 2-1. So they're going to have to keep that energy going and start winning those races to the puck. And they can take control of this Whitby team. So this Whitby team only had one loss in regulation during the regular season. And they were handed their first loss of the Provincial Playdowns by your Clarington Flames. So let's see if they can keep this momentum going. Face-off won by the Flames. DeYoung's going to bring it in the zone. She pokes it ahead. She cycles it behind the net. It comes out front. There's a scramble for it, and the Wolves are going to just dump that puck down the length of the ice as they are still killing a penalty. Minute 35, minute 33 to go in the penalty. Wood, little slip move to try to bring that out of the zone. She's got some room now. She's going to bring it all the way up. She passes it ahead for Luxton. Luxton couldn't handle it, and the Wolves try to slap it out of the zone, right onto the stick of Luxton. Luxton dances out of the corner with it, puts it right on the net. She had Rowan sitting on the back post. Luxton again dances. She puts that puck back to Wood. Wood with the long shot in on net, and that steered just aside. Whitby goalie was looking for it. She couldn't find it. And Whitby fires that down the length of the ice. Some good offensive opportunities there from the Clarington Flames. Wood moves that puck ahead for DeYoung. That's turned over to the Wolves. They're going to bring it down into the zone, and they're just going to dump it down in with 43 seconds left to go in this power play. Sato, she brings it up into the zone. She drives wide, looking for somebody going to the net. Nobody there yet. Now Beethan's at the net. Sato plays that puck back to the point. And it's going to come down the length of the ice. Lee circles back for it. She plays it ahead for Beethan. And the Wolves are going to take control again. Wolves fortunately put that puck right into the referee. Beethan down in the corner with it. She plays it back for Basato. Basato just blindly plays it across. Nobody there for Clarington, so the Wolves dump it down the length of the ice. Back to even strength. That shot's blocked. Rebound. And Tour was looking for the puck. Wolves cycle it back behind the net. They get that puck ahead to Patfield. Patfield now going to just chip that puck out of the zone. Wolves try to bring that puck back into the zone. And fired around the far side. Lee's going to give chase. She plays it up through the middle. And Strand can't quite get to it. The Wolves just bang it back the other way. Battle on the near side. Strand gets it over to Preston. Preston chips it ahead. Lee with it. And Lee's just going to dump that down the length of the ice. And that'll get blown down on the icing. So face-off's going to come all the way back down to the Clarington zone. Clarington getting a little bit scrambly there to start this second period. So they need to settle down, control that puck again, and win those foot races. Some debris on the ice. We're just waiting for the other linesman to clean it up. Face-off one back to Coulter. Coulter with it down in the corner. She rips it around the corner. And that goes all the way back to the Wolves defense. They rip a shot in on net. The rebound, Tour makes a great second save on it. Now Coulter digging in the corner. She's got two Whitby players on her. That winger needs to drop down and give a little extra support. Whitby comes out of the corner with it, and they put it in on Tour. And she hangs on for a pad save. Face off down in the Clarington zone to the left of Tour. Just made a great flurry of saves. Puck won by Whitby. They get it back to the point. That shot goes wide of the net. Comes right around for Luxton. Luxton plays it ahead for Rowan. It's in her feet, so she's got to stop up. She plays it ahead for Luxton. And they turn that puck over to Whitby. Whitby with a 2-on-2. They play the wide game. There's the shot, and that goes wide of the net. Luxton, she's going to bring it around. Couple of nice moves. She plays the puck ahead for Rowan. That just bounces off her stick. Battle on the far side. Whitby with a head of steam. And Clarington going to the box on the slashing penalty. As Lee slapped the stick out of the hands. So face-off will be down in the Clarington zone. Clarington's penalty kill unit out. Make sure they set up that box formation and keep that puck to the outside. So far, good box formation. Whitby cycles that puck and they get it right through the crease. Clarington box formation breaks down just a little bit as they're giving chase. So Whitby capitalizes and they bring that puck through the crease. Clarington now fires that puck down the length of the ice to kill off some time in this penalty. Good forecheck by Busado to force Whitby back the other way. Another Clarington player came in though, and that's costly as both forecheckers shouldn't be down low, and Whitby able to bring the puck all the way down the ice. Long shot from the point. There's a shot. That's blocked by Wood, and Wood's going to fire it down the length of the ice. So typically when you do this forecheck, you want one player in tracking, just like Beetham's doing right now, and the second one cuts off that pass coming out like Preston was just trying to do. Whitby brings that in. They fire it in on net. And two are going to hang on once again. So second time down the ice, that was a much better forecheck by the Clarington Flames. As again, that one player you want chasing and hounding that puck carrier, and the second one cuts off the angle to that pass to try to break up the play. Flames dump it down the length of the ice as they are shorthanded, so no icing. Coulter jams her player up against the boards, and that puck's going to pop up into the Whitby net. Coulter with a good job standing ground. Whitby wins the face-off. Little backhand. Goes on net. Big rebound pops out. So Whitby's going to grab it. They're going to cycle around again. They try to put it through into the middle. Hanthorn puts it back into the corner. You can see that box formation by the Flames just breaking down just a little bit. Now it's back, and both teams back at even strength. So good penalty kill by the Clarington Flames. And now on 5-on-5, they need to regain possession of this puck and set up their breakout. Puck back behind the net. Some of the Flames still in that penalty kill mode, setting up the box. They're going to let her walk right out. And Tour steers that puck into the corner. Clarington player knocked down from behind. No call on the play. I think the referee was blocked out and couldn't see it, but that was a bad hit right in the numbers from behind. Puck now down in the corner. Coulter's going after it. She's going to play it off the far boards. There's a little chip, gets to the line and out. That's the play the Flames needed to regroup a little bit and get some player changes going. Hanthorn's going to bring it down the length of the ice. No winger covered up at this time, so Hanthorn's going to get back to her spot. Ridding was battling down hard in the corner. Whitby, you can hear that nice hard pass they make. Tape to tape. Puck trickles down in the corner. Wood's going to grab it, chip it off the boards. She gets it ahead, and that's chipped off the boards. Icing waved off as it didn't have enough momentum to get down the length of the ice. Whitby brings it up the near side. Mahoney jumps down and breaks up that play. Comes back to DeYoung. She plays it off the boards. Comes all the way out to Wood on the far side. Wood's going to bank it off the boards. Rowan. She backhands that puck down into the Wolves zone. Wolves take over. They start their breakout up the strong side. That's broken up. Beethan, she gets that puck on net. Puck played around the far side. Whitby's just going to fire it down the length of the ice as they're wanting the change. So that'll get blown down on the icing. Face-off come all the way back down to the Whitby zone as those Whitby defenders have been out for some time and just wanted to get off the ice. Face-off won by the Wolves. They pull it back into the corner. They move it up. They try to get it off the boards. Lee blocks that puck. She does get knocked down to the ice during the play, but she did a great job of standing on the line. Hanthorn rushes that puck carry, does a great job, creates a turnover, gets to Basato. Basato gets it ahead to Strand. And Whitby just get that puck out of the zone, comes back to Hanthorn, and she flips that puck in. Wolves are going to bring it back. Puck chipped through the middle. Hanthorn just gets a stick on it, bats it down into the corner. A couple of Wolves looking to change. Dangerous play as that's right at the Wolves bench where they were making their change. Fresh player had just stepped onto the ice. Two Wolves down below. Basato now, she's going to bring it up through the middle. She's got Strand with her. Basato knocked off the puck. Wolves are going to bring it back the other way. Couple of active sticks knocked that puck away. Now Hanthorn just banks it off the near boards and down. Ridding, she's given chase. That icing's waved off. Good hustle by Ridding. She plays it out of the corner, right onto the stick of Preston. And Preston, I don't know if she couldn't get the shot off or what happened to it. I lost track of the puck. And the Wolves now, they're going to bring it out. Coulter takes her player at the blue line. That lets Patfield take control of that puck. She brings it down in the corner. Coulter supports, pushes that puck up to the wing. But the Wolves get it to the D, and they dump that puck down into the corner. Shot blocked by Wood. Puck trickles in. Tour steers that aside. Patfield, she's got Ridding ahead. Couldn't handle that pass, and that goes right back over to the Wolves defense. Wolves flip that puck down into the Clarington zone. Clarington off the near boards. Battle on the near side. Preston tries to backhand pass that up to Ridding. Long shot. That's glove down by Tour. Improper face-off procedure for Whitby, so the referee blows it down. Oh, they're tossing the Clarington face-off. So Sarah in for it. Luxton, she did jump that draw too and cut through the middle, but they didn't blow it down. DeYoung chips it ahead to Luxton. Luxton's going to gain this line. She's got a couple players with her. She stops short, tries to play it across in front. That gets to DeYoung, and the Whitby goalie able to steer that to the side. DeYoung gets back to the line for it. Whitby, however, catches Clarington standing flat-footed, and they just trickle that puck in on net. Rowan steers that puck down. She gets it to the far side for Luxton as the rest of the Flames are changing, so Luxton's all on her own. Now the rest of the Flames jump down in. Lee keeps that puck in. Gets it over to Strand. Strand stops short. She puts it off the pads of the Wolves player. The Wolves try to get it out. Comes to the line for Mahoney. Mahoney puts that puck. Nice hard low shot. And the Whitby goalie steers it aside. Mahoney on the near boards. Puts it down into the corner. Whitby going to take control of it. And they hit the center on that breakout. Hanthorn does a great job cutting across and breaks it up. Patfield now with a head of steam. Posada with a head of steam. Brings that around to the near side. Wood's going to pinch down, but the Wolves get that puck around her. It's a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. They make the pass across. That shot. Battle for the puck. Goes off the skate of Beetham. The Wolves now, they're going to come into that high slot. Coulter gets a stick on it, steers it over the net. Puck goes around the far side. Patfield, she's pinned up against the boards. Coulter comes in, supports it. She plays it ahead for Beetham. Beetham chips it off the boards and out. And that's going to be blown down on icing. Good play on that one by the Clarington Flames, as that chip was soft enough. That icing should have been waved off, but as the Whitby Wolves player was not skating back hard enough for it. But Whitby going to step out of the corner with it. Tour gets a pad on it, steers that puck to the corner. Ridding, she's going to bring it out of the zone. She plays it to the far side for Patfield. Patfield blows the wheel, and now Patfield's going to make a change. Puck comes out into the middle for Mahoney. She's going to play it down to the corner. Now Mahoney's going to give chase. Wolves play it around the side. Ridding covering up for Mahoney. Chips that puck back down into the Whitby zone. And now Whitby going to gain the neutral zone. Good pressure by Ridding, but the Wolves still chip that puck around. And that puck gets out of the zone. There's a Whitby Wolves player still down in the crease. So there's going to be a delayed offside. Still delayed offside. So Mahoney's got some time. She takes the room. She chips it up the middle for DeYoung. That bounces over her stick. Icing's going to be waved off. Whitby going to bring that puck back the other way. Whitby cycles around. They get the puck back to the point. And that shot was just wide of the net, but Whitby wins the foot race to it. And we've got just 20 seconds left to go in the second period, folks. Puck cycling down low. To her, that puck, bouncing puck. And that'll do it for the second period. So as your Flames head to the dressing room, they have the 2-1 advantage. And there will be a short intermission as the Zamboni will come out and clear the ice. So We'll see you back after the intermission. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the third period. And again, just to recap, Clarington Flames are up 2-1. Whitby's had plenty of pressure in this game, but Kinley Tour has been standing tall and keeping that crease on lockdown. Luxton with it on the far side, chips that puck ahead. A little bit of ping pong here in center ice. Whitby already making change of players. Puck down in the zone. I think that was Rowan giving chase. She gets it out to DeYoung. Turnover at the blue line. It's going to be a one-on-one coming back the other way. Coulter, she steers that player aside. Now she takes over control of the puck. Trying to move it ahead. She's all tied up. Rowan comes in, provides some good support, and they get that puck out of the zone. Whitby dangles it into the center ice. Coulter steps up as Luxton had the player tied up, so between the pair of them, they knock that puck out in the corner. Whitby steps out of the corner with it, that puck right on net, and Tour's going to hang on. .53 to go in the third period. Face off deep in the Clarington zone, just to the right of Tour. And they're tossing the Clarington center for some reason. Face off won by Whitby. Whitby dumps that down into the corner. So now you can see that Whitby triangle, both players down below the goal line. Now it's broken up, but so if you watch, Whitby likes to put one player left of the net below the goal line, one to the right of the below the goal line, and one in the high slot. And they'll cycle that puck around the net. And it causes Clarington a little bit of confusion as they start to chase around, but Coach Madaw was reviewing that play with the Clarington Flames at one of their recent practices. So see if these Flames can remember that's the way Whitby likes to set up in the offensive zone. And if they do and don't chase them behind the net, then they can control the play. Whitby now going to bring it out to the center. Steps across to the high slot. There's a shot on net. Tour steers that aside. Puck comes up the near side. Clarington trying to play it high off the glass. Whitby picks that puck up. Tour makes a great save. There's the secondary shot. Clarington now just looking to get that puck out of the zone. That shot broken up by Basato. She gets it to the neutral zone, and now the Flames making a change. All their players making a change except Tegan Lee, so she's forced to go back and get that puck up now with some fresh skaters on the ice. Hanthorn stops behind the net, moves it up the far side. That bounces just over the stick of Ridding. Gets ahead to Patfield. She's got a little bit of room. She's going to take that shot, and that goes just wide of the net. Ridding captures that puck on the far side. She's going to put it on net. Rebound there for Tour, but she's all tangled up with the Whitby player. So now Whitby's going to come out. Patfield with a nice back check. Pokes that puck off the stick of the Whitby player. Coulter goes down in the corner. Strips that puck away. They get it on the near side for Patfield. Patfield, she's going to gain the neutral zone. Tries to chip it off the boards. Coulter now just hammers that back out into the middle. Whitby, they bring it in deep into the zone. They try a little toe drag. Bree Wood doesn't bite on the toe drag, and she strips that puck away and takes it in the corner. So you can see that one Whitby player set up below the goal line. They'll leave one down there. There's a shot coming out of the corner. So you see that one Whitby player just floating down below the goal line. As soon as Coulter tries to go behind the net, that Whitby player's right there. They now move it up the boards. They get it out into the middle. Comes ahead for Charlotte Ridding, and Ridding's going to just dump it down the length of the ice as they've been on the ice for an extended period of time. So now Clarington able to make a change. So face-off's going to come all the way down to the Clarington zone. Quick shot off the face-off, goes wide of the net. Clarington now. Luxton gets it ahead for Rowan. Rowan's going to gain the Whitby zone. She's going to drive wide. She gets blocked off the puck by the Whitby defender, who cycles that puck around the far side. That same Whitby defender brings the puck up to the line and just chips it out. Lee was covering up. She plays that puck ahead. Floats ahead for DeYoung. DeYoung plays it across in front of the net. Luxton now with it in the corner. She chips it off the boards, loses her footing. Rowan's going to jump in and provide some support. Rowan plays it down for Luxton. Nice move. Luxton sets up behind the net. Sets up in Gretzky's office. She plays it out for DeYoung, and DeYoung trying to get that shot on net. That's blocked by Whitby. Puck comes back for Lee, and that puck shot out of play. Luxton with some great patience, setting up behind the net. Whitby wins the faceoff. They get it down into the zone. Trying to go across the slot. And Hanthorn breaks up that play and chips the puck down the ice. Now there's a foot race for it. Whitby going to bring it all the way around the net. They chip it over to Busato's stick. They hit the winger on the far side with that stretch pass. Beetham and Coulter doing a nice job back checking, picking up those other Whitby players. Whitby tries to bring that out of the corner, and that's turned over now to Strand, and Strand's just going to dump it down the length of the ice. It's right on net. The Whitby goalie just stops it with the glove, and the Whitby goalie didn't stop it with her stick. She just trapped it with her glove. Dangerous plays. That can slide just under. And then Busato does a great job of coming down and forcing the face-off. So let's see if the Clarington Flames can keep that forecheck going and keep that pressure alive. Comes back to Wood on the point. She shoots it. Preston chips it ahead for Ridding. Preston on the boards. Ridding. Whitby now. They're going to try to go cross ice with it. That Patfield gets a stick on it and breaks up that play. Wood plays it up the far side. Bounces back to Wood, so now she's going to bring it out. Nice little move. She gets it over to Mahoney. So the 2D on this for your Flames are bringing it all the way down the ice. Whitby plays it up the near side. Wood pops down, breaks up the play, gets it to Ridding. Ridding takes a shot. That hits the Whitby goalie right in the face. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Hatfield with a great back check ties up her player, and Wood able to break up that play. Tour had to make a pad save, steers that to the side. Mahoney kicks that puck to the side. Preston behind the net, she turns it over the Wolves. They bring it out, and that shot goes just over the net. Battle for it down low. Wood, she chips that out to the line, and that's going to get out, forcing Whitby to regroup, and they're going to be called on the offside. .7:44 to go in the third period. Clarington Flames still with that 2-1 lead. I'm sure they'd like another one just to have that extra little cushion. It's going to take a lot of hustle and a lot of forechecking on these Whitby Wolves. Whitby fires that down the length of the ice. Hanthorn back for it, plays it up the far side. That gets to the line and out. Whitby forced to regroup. Whitby defender's going to bring it in herself. Couple of nice moves, turns it over to Luxton. Luxton trying to play that across the middle to DeYoung, just out of reach. Whitby player swipes and misses on the puck. Nice little pass over to Luxton. Luxton's got room in the middle. That shot on net just hits the Whitby goalie's glove and trickles to the side of the net. Might be a case for the Whitby goalie. She hasn't had a lot of shots on her, so maybe she's a little bit cold, and the Flames can capitalize on one of these shots. Luxton battles for it on the near side. Hanthorn back with it. She's going to cycle back behind her net. She stops short, loses an edge. Still gets it ahead to Luxton. Luxton chips that ahead for Beetham. Beetham loses the handle on it, turns it over to Whitby. Whitby going to fire it back down into the Clarington zone. Cross ice pass, that misses its mark. Whitby, though, wins the race to the puck. They're going to chip it ahead. And collision on the ice. Ganthorn, a little slow getting up. She's going straight to the box after that collision. Coulter back for it. She's got a little bit of time. She moves that puck up the boards for Busato. Busato trips up as the puck went by her, so that puck will go all the way down the ice. But Whitby player with a head of steam. Luckily, she lost the handle of it. Caused her to have to regroup at the line. So that Whitby defender had a good head of steam coming towards the Clarington line. Puck comes back to the point. Whitby player checks Busato off the puck. Busato takes a swing at her stick at the player. Clarington needs to keep their composure here. They're up 2-1. Puck on the far side. Ridding in a battle for it. Coulter plays it back. Coulter ties it up along the boards. Coulter pushes it through. Gets it to Preston. Preston trying to push it through that Whitby player's skate. Puck gets up for Ridding. Ridding's just going to dump it out of the zone. Hatfield with a good forecheck causes the Whitby player to just dump it down the length of the ice. And there's a good back check by two of the Clarington players. That was Preston and Mahoney with a great back check to break up that play. Whitby dump it down into the Clarington zone. Lee on the near side comes back. Mahoney's going to take it back behind the net. Voices definitely getting louder from the Whitby bench as they're starting to feel the pressure with 4 minutes to go. Patfield, she takes that shot, goes just wide of the net. Ridding tries to bring it out front. There was nobody there. Lee's going to pinch down. She breaks up that play. Patfield with a back check. She breaks up that play. And Clarington dumps that down the length of the ice, but right on the net, so there's no icing. 4:14 to go in the third period. Cross ice pass picked off by Rowan. Whitby player falls down. Pass out front. And DeYoung had just had her stick tied up by the Whitby player, so that's going to trickle out of the zone. Mahoney, she plays it ahead for DeYoung, just out of her reach. So Whitby now going to bring it down into Clarington zone, 3-on-2. Mahoney loses her footing, but she's able to get a stick on that puck and push it into the corner. Now Mahoney gets up, trying to drive that puck up the far boards. Mahoney does a good job blocking that player out, and that pass comes across to Luxton. Luxton's going to gain the zone. She's going to gain center ice, and she dumps it down into the Whitby zone. So here comes the chase part of it. Let's see if Luxton can get there first. Almost gets to it. She caused that puck to pop up in the air. So Beetham in a battle on the far board. She plays it out for Luxton. Luxton and Beetham on a battle on the far boards. Luxton comes out with it. She tries to tiptoe out of the corner, but the Whitby player picks that puck off her. They now go cross ice. Hanthorn jumps down and breaks up that play. Some good pressure. That puck shot down the ice. Icing waved off Coulter. She plays it ahead for Busato. Busato can't handle it. It's going to go trickle all the way down the ice and be blown down on the icing. .253 to go in the third period. And just going to show you here, Whitby has just pulled their goaltender. So that net is empty with 2:53 to go. Net's empty. Clarington Flames got to make sure they gain the red line before they make that attempt on the net, though. So they don't want to be called on the icing. Because if they ice the puck down, that allows Whitby to reset up down here in the zone with the extra attacker. So there's a shot on net to her, steers that aside. Wood puts it up the near boards. Busato just plays it out to the middle. Nice safe play to get it out of the zone. Forces Whitby to regroup. Oh, the costly turnover. Whitby player shot on net. Tour makes the save. Pass comes out front. They couldn't handle it. Bussato fires that puck down the length of the ice. Now that Clarington has a chance to regroup, Whitby calls a timeout. So now that Clarington has a chance to regroup, I'm sure the coach is going to tell them, make sure you gain that red line before you try to make that shot on net. 2:20 to go in the third period. Give you a zoomed in look here at your bench, folks. It looks like we've got Hanthorn. I can see Hanthorn and I can see Patfield on the ice. Just trying to see who else is going to be out here. I can see Preston now. So Preston's line, I believe, has Luxton and Ridding on it, or Bussato and Ridding. So we have Hatfield, Preston, and Ridding up front. That face-off controlled by the Flames. They work it back down. Lee trying to pin that puck up against the boards. That might have been the call by the coach on the bench. If you can win that face-off back into the corner, just pin the puck on the boards. Sorry, Whitby player comes all the way across the line. That puck trickles in on net. Steered aside. Lots of hustle by both teams. Now Patfield in the battle on the near boards. That puck comes back into the corner. There's that triangle formation that Whitby's trying to do. And they put it just wide of the net. They put it out front. And Tour's going to hang on with 1:43 to go in the third period. Clarington changing it up. Wood and Coulter coming out on D. Rowan, Luxton, and De Jong coming out on forward. Face-off won by the Wolves. They're going to cycle that down low. Wood's going to get to it first. She plays it around the near boards for Luxton. Luxton just needs to chip it off the boards and out. She's got two players on her, looking for that second Clarington player. And Rowan comes in and starts to break up that play. Now the puck's going to just trickle out of the zone. Rowan's going to go after it. They need that forechecking pressure so that they can't allow the Wolves time to get set up. Out of the zone. There's Rowan. It's towards the net. And it just misses. So with 1:05 to go, Rowan with the Hail Mary on the net. Just missed by about 8 to 12 inches. Clarington keeps the same 5 players out in the ice. They were doing a great job pressuring these Wolves players. They need to keep that pressure on the puck. They need to win the battles. And there's one. Wood wins the battle for the puck. Trying to come out. Rowan tries to chip it off the near boards. Whitby fires it down in. Coulter's going to try to put it high off the glass. Hits the last Whitby player on the way out. So just over 40 seconds to go. Coulter comes with it. She's going to play it. Oh, almost got it up out through the middle. A defender fans on the puck. So it goes out the far side. De Jong in a race for it. Whitby going to fire it around on the near side. Now Luxton in a foot race for it. She's going to try to play it off the boards. Whitby sealing off those boards. Coulter now in a battle for it. Puck trickles out behind her. Coulter wins the battle for it. She plays it off the near boards. Luxton, and Luxton's going to chip it out with 9 seconds to go. That should eat up the clock. De Jong gets a stick on it. De Jong puts the shot in on net, but that is going to do it. And the Clarington Flames win another one against the Whitby Wolves. And they win that 2-1. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We are going to cut away as we are going to be covering the Clarington Flames U18A game as they take on the Whitby Wolves next. So I need to jump over and get that broadcast going. So thanks everyone.